Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla TV, home of the Honey Badger, here to talk to you today about the Burly Slammer shocks for Harley. Now let's get right into the nitty-gritty of who is going to be thinking about a set of Burly Slammer shocks. Anybody who is looking to lower their bike on a budget, this is definitely something you're going to want to consider. Sporty, touring Dyna guys, I'm looking at you. V-Ride guys, your bikes are already real low from the factory. Softail fellas, you guys obviously have a totally different shock style, so unfortunately this kit is not going to work for you. Now, let's get right into why you might be considering a set of these Slammer shocks. Now, these are chrome finish that Burly offers. They also offer black. Now you can see behind me I've got our iron over here. Now one of my niggles with this bike as it comes from the factory is that the pipes are chrome. You can see we've already changed ours out to black. However, the shocks have, I feel, an excessive amount of chrome on them. For a bike that is supposed to be blacked out, I really feel like they missed a big area there. So if you're trying to really black out your Nightster the way Harley is supposed to from the factory, this is right off the bat a pretty cheap way to do it. That having been said, these are a super affordable entry-level piece of suspension for your bike. If you are looking for a slammed or a low look, no doubt you've been checking out suspension stuff and you've seen how expensive it is. The reason most suspension winds up being pretty expensive is because it's designed to be a performance upgrade component. However, if you're just looking for maybe a little stiffer ride and you really want that bike to be low, you maybe don't need all the bells and whistles they have to offer, you know, rebound, damping, that's stuff that you're maybe not going to be too concerned with. So the Burly really is going to be a good option for you. It's made by Progressive, so this is a company that's been around the block once or twice. These guys aren't Johnny-come-latelys, and they make a quality product, and it might be a little short on features, again being entry level, but it's going to give you the ride height you need without a whole bunch of extra fluff that you're never going to use. For instance, the Slammers have adjustable preload, as you can see, so you can set your sag, but beyond that, they don't really have much else you need. These things are designed to get your bike as low as possible without grinding or tearing up parts. So they've kind of already done the homework for you. If you use our bike finder when you're searching for these, you know you're going to get a set that's just going to bolt right in. You're not going to have to worry about making measurements and coming back and ordering 15 different pairs of shocks trying to figure out what height you want. One of the other cool parts about the Burly Slammer shocks is they're available really two ways. You can buy just the Slammer shocks, or you could also pick up a Burly Slammer kit, which does both the rear and the front of the bike at the same time. Now, as far as installing these things, it's super easy. If you've ever done shocks on a Harley before, you know how cake this job is. Realistically, it's a 4-bolt job. It's just not incredibly difficult. You're going to need a way to get your bike's wheels off the ground. So you're going to either need a bike jack that's going to make life easiest, or you want to maybe get a couple chocks of wood under there, a couple buddies to help you lift them up. Something like a lift, like you see our bike on here, is not going to be super helpful unless you have some way to get under that frame and get the thing up in the air. Now, one of the other things to be mindful of, if you do wind up going with just the Slammer shocks, maybe you're waiting to lower the front, maybe you're not going to lower the front. As you do that, your bike's geometry is going to change. As you lower that tail section, you are going to change the trail of your bike. Your bike is going to handle differently. So you want to drive carefully the first little while and make sure that the bike is handling in a way that you are comfortable with and is familiar to you. Another reason you also want to change your riding style just a little bit, especially for that first bit, is now that Burly has helped you lower the stance of your bike, nothing's going to rub or grind on your bike in most cases. Say 95% of the time you're not going to have any type of clearance issues. However, because now your whole bike is sitting a little lower, if you are taking a real steep corner, similar to how you took it before you lowered the ride height of the bike, you might find yourself kind of grinding or tearing up parts, clearancing stuff. So if you have expensive stuff on your bike, like say maybe an exhaust or a really nice set of pegs, you either want to take it easy those first couple times out and figure out if you're going to clear or not, or you might want to think about tucking that stuff up out of the way before you make a mess of it. We have two guys here at RevZilla who have run the Slammer kit on their bikes. They really seem to like them. Don't take our word for it though. Click below, check out what some other riders are saying, see if they love them, see if they hate them, see how they're working out. For a low buck way to get that bike down low, I think the Slammer kit is definitely an option you're going to want to consider. My name is Lemmy. I'm out of here.